Are you tired of all the boring shit in media? All the boring fake news, CNN crap, all the boring music, movies, and TV shows. This is the show for you! This is fun, uncensored, captivating knowledge. Fuck! Prepare for war! I am pissed off, but I am proud to be the host of the Fuck Podcast. I am also proud to introduce our next guest, Stanley Robinson, who has so many different opinions and different experiences. You will find it so entertaining and so informative, and that's what we aim to be. And Stan Robinson is the essence of that. So this is Sean and Christina. I'm so excited to get to this guest. I'm going to end the intro early. So I'm kind of buzzed. He's kind of buzzed. Christina's kind of buzzed. So this is going to be a fun podcast.
Friday night, what the fuck you think?
So let's talk. Let's get Stan Robinson on the line. So we are live here with Stan Robinson. I've been very excited to have you on, Stan. How are you doing today?
Doing really good. Kind of in transition, and want to get the school out of the way. Learn all the skills I can now that I'm blind, and get back into being the helper instead of the one being helped.
Well, I apologize if I'm giving away too much, but it seems like they're not really making that easy for you.
No, well, that's life, you know. You can go any direction you want, and you don't have to go very far, and somebody else makes my life, man, is a fair answer.
Hold on.
Pause button.
All right, so we are live with Stan Robinson. I'm sorry we had a couple of complications, but I'm very excited to have Stan on. I've been excited to have Stan on. I thought he was gonna be, he was gonna be one of the three, guests that I was like most excited about. And he is honestly, he is my friend. I'm proud to have him as my friend, and I'm proud to have him as our guest on episode 16 of the Fuck Podcast. Oh yeah, we already asked him how he was doing, and we had to end up pausing it. So, Stan, would you mind telling us a little bit about how you became blind and that process of getting used to it, and a little bit, just tell us a little bit about yourself and.
At first, because of the way it happened, I had taken the first COVID shot, the Moderna, and right on the card it said blood pressure was 100/60, which mine was always that way. And the second one I took was 100/60, and it shot it up. Unbelievable. Almost 190/150. And they were wanting to medevac me to either Albuquerque or Lubbock. And I wouldn't let them do it.
That is crazy. What did you say? 190/150. Isn't that over stroke level?
$6 right, man, was the chief of police and chief of fire department. They were both friends of mine. And, he said, no, we thought you were going to crash for sure before we could even get you there. And it was actually over a 3-day period. It was like having an eclipse go through its phases. And I woke up, the last post I made, I think, was on December 3rd on Facebook. I said, well, gang, it's been one hell of a rodeo. I'll be back if and when I can. I believe this is going to be the last sunset I ever see. And it was.
How did you know that? Was that just kind of a gut feeling, or like what made you think that?
Well, I mean, I was blind. I couldn't see anything, and they told me that the optic nerve had turned white. It was dead. And so far, despite all the advances in surgeries and technical things, they have not been able to reattach and have a functioning optic nerve to the brain. I mean, that's pretty heavy duty surgery there.
So I actually want to ask Christina. I want to turn to Christina for just a moment. Would you maybe describe your story of how you became blind? Like, what happened?
Well, I started losing bits of my sight, and then I went to the eye doctor. And she had said I was having a stroke, so I had to go to the emergency room. And then I had a heart attack while I was having the stroke. And when I woke up like a week later, I couldn't see. And I had gotten 2 of those shots, the Moderna. It happened about a year after.
Explain the difference between a stroke and a heart attack, Kristen.
Well, the stroke is more in your brain, and the heart attack's more in your heart.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, that's about as much as I know about it.
It could be because the valves or pyloric valves that you have your aorta valves and everything in the cardiovascular system.
Mm-hmm.
A few things you got blood there.
Yeah, my blood pressure was extremely high too. It was like 100 points higher than it should have been on both ends. So it was like 220 over like 150 or 60. It was bad.
Yeah, they checked mine here a little over a week ago, and there was a 150 involved. She goes, you really need to get on top of that. So,
and I know that there are 2 things that can really attack the heart: is myocarditis or something like that, and
what is it?
Myocarditis?
No, you're close. Myo.
Shit, what is it?
Myo.
I think it really is myocarditis, dude. I think.
You're real close. Let's see, myocardial. Oh no, myocardial. Shoot. Infraction, myocardial infraction. Pick up my Mattel magic book here. The myocardial infraction. What is the cardio term that starts with myocardial? Can't use my phone. I'm talking to you on it. I'm so stupid.
You know what? I think either it is myocarditis or we're thinking about a different thing. But also, the thing is about the vaccines is they have spiked proteins in it, which basically attack the heart.
Yeah, stand by just a minute. We have somebody coming to the...
I'm sorry, we had a...
go ahead.
I'm sorry, we had a bit of an interruption. So you were talking about the Moderna shot, Stan. We were talking off air about Bill Gates and stuff like that. Do you want to maybe elaborate on that, or not the time?
Well, the whole thing is, I've watched so many people. I've watched 2 members of the Dream Team, turn up dying early, and it's just, it sounds like one of those conspiracy theories. And at first, people actually said that to me, and I said, well, here's the thing. A theory is only a theory until proven. And I go, look at what's going on around you.
Right.
It's when you watch this series of events, because all of a sudden that virus didn't get released when it was supposed to, because they were putting caskets in all the FEMA camps, throughout, not all of them, but all over the U.S., including Rio Doce, New Mexico. and they've got areas that you can just Google it, and you'll find 5 acres of these portable caskets that hold up to 4 people. I mean, it's just mind-boggling.
That is mind-boggling, especially if it's not hidden very well, is it?
No, well, that's the part now that really, really, really has me concerned. But I mean, when you sit and you watch people like Nancy Pelosi, less than 12 hours afterwards, the president on one of his second or third executive order made to where at least half of the government vehicles had to be hybrids, by a certain time that year. And next morning I posted Nancy Pelosi just bought 1.5 million in Tesla stock, and instantly fact checkers came on and go, correction, Nancy Pelosi did not buy 1.5 million in Tesla stock. Her husband did. I went, oh my God.
No. That's when your husband, if you're married like that, that's a joint account. You know what I mean? Unless you have a prenup. You know what I mean? But that's still.
Well, it was the same as when it was Bill Gates had the patent on the Moderna, and they corrected me on that. Said no, it's his wife.
Yeah, that's so stupid. His wife is getting the same intel. If I had intel that Tesla was going to blow up or whatever, I'd tell Christina and maybe she'd invest in stocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I watched the events. I mean, it was like getting into the situation for Bosnia. And here now the man's a president, and Hillary Clinton showed live sitting in the situation room in the White House, watching it all go down live on satellite. As long as they had satellite, watch it, and they never raised a finger to help. And when they brought her before the Senate hearing committee on it, Senator Ted Cruz consistently asked her question after question about emails and things like that, and she kept repeating, I have no such recollection of any such event. And he took her all the way down the hallway, so to speak, to the end. And he goes, so when it was over, how come on this email to your husband, former president, you knew all about it? Less than 15 minutes later, and you could see a momentary chin drop. It was like, and then she composed herself. It's like, you can't touch me. And that's scary. Because some of these crimes that these people are doing are treason. You look at the president now, I'm not sure quite how many million he received from foreign countries, and nothing. And his son, he's not even going to see any
repercussions.
More like all.
Yeah.
And these are people that we elected to help guide this country to a better place, and yet they're not governed by the same laws as we are.
And they hate this country, don't they?
I don't know. I can't speak for themselves. We have to be realistic about this. They're just the puppets, and I know this sounds like a lot of conspiracy stuff, but let me tell you something. With people in my family that are nameless, I mean, even when you look at one of the Secret Service women that was always by President Trump, that's my Aunt Rita's daughter. When you look at who helped with capturing Saddam Hussein, who was on the UN head security, that's my cousin Jim Shiver. When you look at who was working at the Pentagon and was in charge of the naval weapons shipping and receiving from Colorado to California, that was my Aunt Evelyn McClellan. So and just common sense when you look at what's going on. I mean, think about it. When you get pulled over for a serious car ticket, you get to court, you're nervous as hell, and they're just like,